Well, hello there, friends. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. How is it going? I have to say, it is literally a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We are having prime weather here in our little corner of the Midwest. It is pretty stunning, and we'll take it because we had some hot days this summer, and we're due. I'm just gonna say it. We're due. We're due for some nice weather, and we're gonna enjoy every bit of it. How are you? How is it going? Just in case you haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! Yay, live at the Loom. I love being here. It's so much fun to see you and catch up and just hear how everything is going. Please give a huge thank you and a warm hello to Lori, our gatekeeper, who is trying to keep us all in order, but mostly me. That is, thank you. Thank you, darling. She's the best. Wonderful. Okay. So by the way, if it looks like I ran into like a bramble bush, I went to the dermatologist yesterday and my face was the focus. Thank you so much. Dermatologists are great. However, you have evidence that you visited them days later. So I am okay. We just had to zap some stuff. I don't know. Basically, dermatologists love me because I am this good, like European mutt, good mix, German, Irish. Like I got the moles and the spots everywhere. So they love me. So I am okay. We just got a little, give it a couple days. It'll be gone. But dermatologist, thank you so much. Thank you. This is real life, folks. That's part of the joy of seeing me every Thursday is that you get to see, you know, all the things right here just to share with you on Live at the Loom. Okay, my friends, let me say some very sweet hellos to you beautiful people. Hello, Carol. Carol says, yay, it's break time. Hello, Jennifer Fowler and Maureen McQuethy is here. And Ellen is on. Hello, sweetheart. Gemma is here. Ernie said he is I-64 westbound to Arizona. Oh, nice. Very nice, Ernie. We're so glad you can tune in. Hello, Christy Lofton. Oh, let's see. Who else? Boy, you guys are busy first thing in the morning, I got to say. Hello, Deb Ropel. How are you? Carol says, I am currently taking a break from tiling over the laundry room sink. Have already put up today's tomatoes and I'm listening to the dead silence of the we'll be there early contractors. Oh, yeah. Yes. Jennifer Fowler's doing all the gardening things, which is awesome. Hello, Brittany. Look at me remembering. I had to check with Lori beforehand. Hello, Brittany. See, I'm just going to keep practicing it. That's, Yeah. Oh, Sherry is here. Hello, Sherry. She says, not sure if I can follow along with the conversations. With there are early birds here, yes. I will just be weaving away over here in my neck of the woods. We're so glad. We like your neck of the woods. That is for sure. Okay, what is happening with you? What's going on there? Okay, Carol says, remember, turn your feed, count to 4, then talk. Oh, that's do you know what? But then the recording has this nice long pause. I don't know. I don't know why there's a delay, darling. Hello, Tamison. Tamison says hello, aloha. I love that. Carrie's on. Hello. Look at all the pretty faces. Hello, Ruth. She said, I ditched my phone, called my mom for this. That's how special you are. Ruth. We love that. I mean, moms are important, but we love that you can be here with us, just hanging with us. Cindy is here. We love that. Yeah. Carol says, I have laser treatment full face in the early 2000s. I look like I'd been beaten for days. Yeah, that's legit. Yes. Oh, here we go. Ruth says, as a heavy, freckled redhead with moles. Yes. You see me right there, Ruth. I feel seen. Yes. See, this is where we start to have history, friends. Yes, I don't know even know if I can turn around so you can see it. This was a past dermatology appointment. See, it looks like I got like football stitches, doesn't it? It looks like it's got. Yes. Carrie, you have a very good memory. That's That's wonderful and a little freaky. That's Hey, Chris, it's Chris, right? Monius, is it Chris? Hello. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong most of the time, so just correct me. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. So it's the little wins. It's the little wins, folks. Some days that's all the wins are the little wins, and so that's okay. That is all right. Jim says I got the sewing bust lacquered today. Shellac dries so fast. You're making a sewing bust? That's amazing. That is amazing. Hello, Alex. Wait, this is a whole Chris versus technology. Yep. That's yes. Lori, it's just YouTube today. So that's why yep, there we go. Okay. Brittany says I finished the weaving part of my blanket for my cousin. I want to give it to her, but I love her. Did not turn out as I envisioned. Okay. Okay, Brittany. What do you do there, darling? That's a good one. What do you do when you have a project that you have for someone special, but it's not quite what you thought? Here's my question. Is it going to bother her? Is she still going to love it? Is it going to be amazing? That's maybe. What do you do then? That's a good one. That's a good one, Brittany. Because there are times when you're like, I really want the project to be like how I have it in my head. And sometimes, maybe most of the times, other people aren't going to know. So just a thought, food for thought. If you decide you want to redo it, we'll support you and cheer you on the whole time. But if you want to give it to her anyways, that's okay too. Jennifer Fowler says, I worked in the Inkle Loom this week. We'll be assembling this weekend. I got a Ridgehead loom this week and just did weaving, nothing special. I love it. Still working on the garden and greenhouse canning too. Jennifer, pardon me, is busy. I love that. That is fantastic. All right. Ruth is getting in on the train, tying on a dummy warp for the first time. I haven't decided if it is worth it or not. Tying on a dummy warp. What do you mean by that, darling? More information, please. Okay. Tamsin says they can't see in your head. Yeah. Isn't that amazing when you realize that people can't actually read your thoughts? They can't, they don't know what the original intention was. So how it turns out, they're just gonna be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Isn't that funny? It is. It's such a good reminder though. I think so. Okay. What is this? Lori says, I had my husband at the time use duct tape on me to make a dressmaker's dummy. Oh, never again will I try that. Talk about a claustrophobic feeling. Oh, I would not do well. No, Lori, that would not. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ruth. A dummy warp meaning tying a new warp onto existing warp to avoid rethreading. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Do you know what? My girl over at 3 Moons does that a lot. Rebecca does that a lot just because it's quicker then, but you have to have, it has to be exactly the same setup. You can swap out the yarns, but it has to be the same spacing, same threading, all of that. So, so there's pros and cons there. Yes. Okay, friends, I have good stuff to share with you today. First of all, let me put this up here, right here. Friends, I opened the Dress Your Loom course for a special little back to school session. Yeah. I thought, you know what? All these cute little kids are going back and learning something new. I want to get in on that action. So I've opened the doors. They're open through tomorrow at 4 p.m. So if you have seen things about the Dress Your Loom course before and thought one day, okay, maybe that day is today. And here, Lou mentioned this too, is that what you can do is if you know someone who would love the Dress Your Loom course, there's a gifting option, which is really sweet. I think that's a nice thing to offer, even if it's not something that you can do at this time. But if there's someone you're like, hey, I think they would really love this. And you can actually, it can be a present. It can be a September present for someone that you love. Yeah, just a thought. So this is the link to go to tinyurl.com, DYL for Dress Your Loom, and then school. So get in there, check it out, and see if that's something you want to do right now, because we'd love to have you. Oh, what was that, darling? Oh, here, let me take this down. See, Chris versus technology. That's pretty much every day, isn't it? Okay. Bernie says, still planning to give my cousin the blanket. I'm playing around with it and might be more okay. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes, isn't this true? Sometimes when you finish a project and you walk away, you're like, oh, okay, now I like it better. Like it's too fresh when you first finish it. You got to give it a little time. I've had that happen many times. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer Fowler. I love that. Cheering us on. Pardon me, friends. I got the frog in the throat. Okay. Cindy says, working on double width on Earl, and Vernon is still naked. To clarify, I have a problem saying a male named Loom is naked. That feels weird, does it? Okay. You could say something else. Vernon is... What else could we say instead of naked? Vernon is in his birthday suit. Vernon is in the buff. Vernon is unornamented. I don't know. I can't think of any of it. How would we say that then? That's yeah. In the buff. Yeah, Jennifer, that's what Jennifer Fowler said. In the buff. Yeah. Yeah. Gemma says, I just realized the October Weave Along starts in a couple weeks. Can you believe it? Friends, the October Weave Along starts in a couple of weeks. Crazy. As a matter of fact, the big announcement will be on the 15th. Friends, that's less than 2 weeks away, right? That's less than 2 weeks away. Today's the 4th. Yeah, less than 2 weeks. Yeah. Gemma says, I still have 2 more baby blankets to finish. You could do it, Gemma. Because of course we don't actually start weaving until October. So that's, yeah, you got time. You got plenty of time. But we'll hit the announcement very soon. Look at this. Please hit the like, subscribe button to show Chris some unbeweavable love. Look at you. Unbeweavable. She's so clever. You guys are so smart and clever and pretty. You're just pretty. It's yeah. Oh, I like this, Ruth. Vernon is skinny dipping. I like that. How do you feel about that, Cindy? Is that acceptable? Vernon is skinny dipping. That's awesome. That's I like it. Okay, so dress your loom stuff we talked about. Oh, let me also mention this, friends, is that for the Active Creative Insiders, we have another round of study hall is coming up on Tuesday. It is we had a blast. You know, we just started this study hall for the Acting Creative Insiders in August, and it's twice a month on a Tuesday. The first one's on at 1 p.m. And let me just say that it is for my friends that have trouble focusing. Study hall could be a very, very great kind of tool to use to help you focus. Just put it out there. It's for any of the paid tiers of the Active Creative Insiders. But we also have on Tuesday, then that's when our regular Tip Tuesday, the weaving tips come out. So it's a nice little addition too. So if you've been pondering maybe that you want to try out the Active Creative Insiders, study hall could be just the excuse you've been looking for. Just yeah. Hello, Made of Mud. That's a great name. I think I figured out how to comment. YouTube is not newbie friendly. I'm sorry, darling. Do we have you guys chime in and help Made of Mud with any kind of, if you're a newbie to Live at the Loom, what things you need to know? Ooh, that's a good question. If you are brand new to Live at the Loom, what are the things you need to know to navigate, to participate? What do you think? By the way, Made of Mud, what is your name, darling? What's I like to try to remember. Oh, Sam. Thank you, Sam. I like that. Carol says, focusing. Who has any trouble? Squirrel. Yep. Oh, did you get a mug warmer? That's awesome. I got a warmer for my mugs for the studio, keep my warm drinks warm. Woohoo! I've got the ice water happening these days, but my Alex Madison sponsored mug warmer is back over there, and you know that'll get a lot. It always gets a lot of use, a lot of use. Lori is all in favor of the weaving study hall. Yes. That's exactly right. So sweet. You guys are awesome. Give Chris and Lori a thumbs up. Thumbs up. We'll take it. Carol says hot flash queen. I just hold the mug to reheat it. I like that. You can just be like, and boiling. Okay. Why not? Why not? Okay, friends, tell me how your projects are. What is happening in your corner of the world? There is still some rep weave on my loom, which we'll talk about in just a moment, but I want to hear about you. But first, let's talk about you. What is on your loom? What are you weaving? Tell me all of the things. Sam says, Made of Mud was my pottery studio. Aw, and is stuck in Google's brain. I love that. That's awesome, Sam. Made of Mud. That's so clever for pottery. I love that. I love a clever name. So yes, friends, tell me what's I got the I got the frog in the throat, the itchy nose. I'm a mess over here. Besides the fact that it looked like I got attacked by bumblebees or something. Yes. All right, friends. Tell me what's happening. Oh, Ellen says, finished weaving the silk cotton scarves, washed and just started fringing. Wonderful. Ellen, what's your next art fair? Ellen is one of those amazing weavers that goes through and does events basically from kind of late spring all the way through the fall. Ooh, nice. Downers Grove Art Fair this weekend. I used to live in Downers Grove. It's I don't know if you guys know this, but Ellen lives like 2 hours, a little under 2 hours from me. So we have locations in common. But Downers Grove is a beautiful area. Yes. Sam says working on 8-shaft point threading with different tie-ups. Fun. Okay, that'd be fun. With 8-shaft point threading, you could make all kinds of fun diamonds and zigzags, and that would be very fun. I like that. Sounds like a great project. Okay, here we go. Christy Lofton signed up for the farmer market sponsored by Tractor Supply. Oh yeah, we know Tractor Supply. Next weekend, marathon weaving to build inventory. Christy Lofton, you can do it. Sponsored by Tractor Supply. That's awesome. Look at you. Fantastic. Yay, you. Yay, you. Ellen says, only a little over an hour away from each other. Are we that close? Do I drive that slow? Wait, it takes me an hour to get to Downers Grove. I know you're farther away than that. I do drive like a granny. Friends, if you're ever in a car with me and that's a problem, you should probably drive because I do drive slow. I'm one of those, I'm like, oh, such a nice day to drive. I got the music on. I'm just like putzing around. I'm not I have to get there. I have to beat the person next to me. Nope. I'm not that person at all. So just, keep that in the back of your brain if we ever, yeah. Chris says, found my local guild this week. Wow. Congratulations, Chris. That's fantastic. Yay. That is awesome. Also built a spool rack for my rug loom. Look at you. You are wildly productive. That's fantastic. I love that. That's awesome. So here we'll talk about the Rep Weave project in just a moment. We're gonna play with some stuff today together, just for kicks on Live at the Loom, because I think that it's good to experiment, right? And why not experiment? Why not experiment in front of a live audience? Why not? We'll just do it. Lori asks, are you the Sunday driver during the week? Pretty much always. I'm the one in the right-hand lane. I'm the one that's all the way over. It's like, okay, I'll get there. That's why it was so funny. This is a couple years ago. I live near all the highways, basically. And I don't have a problem with highways, whatever, but we do have a lot of trucks. And it's one of those weird sections where it's 55 when everyone's going 85. It's 55 for a while, and then it bumps up to 70. So I'm in that section, it's like, 55. And friends, I am probably going, I don't know, 66 miles an hour maybe. And I'm kind of I'm not in the left lane, but I'm in the second to somewhere over there. And I had to go to pass. And I didn't realize there was a cop right behind me. So all of a sudden the lights are on. I'm like, and it didn't occur to me. I was like, oh, wait. Oh, that's for me. So I have to go over like 5 lanes of traffic to pull over. And the guy, of course, gets out of his car, comes up, writes license and registration, and like, here's my stuff. And at the time I had this small hatchback. It was called a Pontiac Vibe. I love my Vibe. I don't have it any longer, sadly, but I was coming from a show in the suburbs. And so in the back, you can see like you see my Loom, all my like Rubbermaid tubs, all the things. And he's like, where are you headed? Like, headed home. I said I was doing a show. Kind of looks back there. And so he takes my license and he runs it, of course. And there's nothing on there. And he's like, just going to give you a warning this time. Okay, thanks. So of course I'm laughing the entire way home. I'm like, I just got pulled over. And of course, if you were to drive through that section of highway, if you were going even 70 miles an hour on most days, you are the turtle in that section. But it was just one day. And I don't know if he was a newbie and had to make his quota or what, but sure enough, I have been pulled over once. So yes, I am that person. Just be forewarned if you ever get in the car with me that's what you can expect. So either chill out on the passenger side or you should drive. Those are the options, really. Yeah. Tamsin says she's the same. See, thank you, Tamsin. My husband says I drive 40 miles an hour regardless of the speed limit. I can appreciate that. Jennifer says that she has a question. Good. I want to make cards to weave. Can I use 2.5 by 3.5 or should they be square? Cards like a greeting card? Is that what you mean, Jennifer? And I want to make cards to weave. Okay, tell me more, darling. I'm not quite getting the picture yet. More details, please. Ruth says I'm designing an overshot bee pattern. Ooh, it's for my parents to bee themed hand towels in their farmers market booth. They are beekeepers. Oh, how sweet. Boy, designing an overshot bee pattern. Ruth, that will be in hot demand. Let us know how that goes because I know you are not the only one who would love to be weaving some bees. Tamison suggested they should be roughly the same length all around because otherwise you have a short and a long shed. Okay. All right. Carol says they'll bring out the station cat to check your car for wild yarn balls instead of canine. I like it. I get the station cat instead of the canine unit. Nice, Carol. Oh, is this for Inkle? Is this for Inkle cards? Is that what we're talking about? It's been a very long time, friends, since I did anything Inkle related. So you guys jump in there. Carol suggested they need to be square for your sanity. I can appreciate that. Yes. Sue Ann. Hi, Sue Ann. I'm near the end of a long weaving hiatus due to 3 months of house renovation chaos. Ooh, that'll do it. Getting closer to being able to set my loom up again, this time in a different location. Looking forward to it. So are we, Sue Ann. That's fantastic. Congratulations of getting out of the house renovation chaos. That's our deck is finished. The project isn't finished. We have some fence stuff to do still, but I can appreciate that. Chris says, I think it would be hard to card weave if the cards weren't square. Depending on the pattern, they might be at 90 degrees. Yes, I think that's exactly right, Chris. Because of the way you have to spin them, I think square is the way to go. This is a good conversation, though. I like it. Oh, I see. Wait, where'd she go? Here she is. I'm building the Inkle Loom. I want to make the cards myself, too. Okay. I got you, Jennifer. Yes. Square cards. I think that's, yeah. Thank you. Oh, putting the pressure on. Carrie says, you know what? I'm waiting to see Carrie's sectional warping video. I just know it's going to be a crazy hoot. I think that's true. Okay, Carol, no pressure. However, there's a little pressure. Carol says the shed on the Inkle will all be the same if the whole pattern is centered on the card. But if the cards aren't square, you can't flip them. That would be, it's the motion that would be. Oh, Carol, we love you. We love you. And we know that this sectional video is going to be best dang sectional video we've ever seen, ever. Tamison recommended they have hole punches that round the corners, if that's helpful. Oh, that is helpful. That's a good idea. I like it. Oh, Carol says, less hoot, more serious. This video is more serious. I'll take it. That's I like that. I like that she felt like she could be crazy for handwoven experience, as we welcome all of that. We welcome all the craziness. Lori's like, yes, that is incredible, making your own Inga loom. Yes, I agree. You know what? I took a class once, and they brought in Inka looms made of I always said pipe cleaners. That's not the right word. What's the PVC pipe? That's what it is. Pipe cleaners would not really hold the tension very well, but PVC pipe would. And I think it's still floating around here somewhere. Yeah, it was for card weaving specifically. Yeah, that'd be an Inka loom, right? Brittany asked, I've seen triangle cards and hexagon cards. Are those for Inka looms too? That's a great question. I don't know. That's a good question. Okay. Oh, hello, Sam. What is a networked twill? That is an excellent question. I don't know that I can answer that with any kind of confidence. Someone step in and help me here. What's a networked twill? Does it have to do with how you design it? Is that how it goes? Someone help there. Yeah. Carol, you may have a reputation here, darling. Your cleverness precedes you. That is the She recommends scrapbooking section or craft store, a corner cutter die for $5. Nice. See, you guys have all the resources right there. Oh, thank you, Sam. Sam said it came up in the Acting Creative community. All right, we need to know about Network Twill, friends. By the way, thank you for teeing that up for me. Let me put this right here. Friends, we have a Facebook group. The Acting Creative community. Dun, da, da, da. So it's a lovely place. If you're on Facebook anyways, come over, drop in, say hi, share a photo, cheer each other on, answer some questions, ask some questions, whatever. It's a lovely place to be. So thank you for mentioning that, Sam. That was awesome. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Carol says network twill is a mixed twill that shows a curvy shape or a mix of left and rights. Network twill. Okay, this sounds like okay. Lori says is a way to create curves. Oh, I like curves. Yeah. Brittany says, I feel intimidated looking at them, and that just proves it. Yep. Okay. Deb says, more reasons why I need a pattern written out in black and white. I can appreciate that. Okay, friends, let's talk about some rep weave, shall we? Let's do it. Okay. Let me get us situated. Here, I'm going to bring you in so you can see where I left off. Okay, so this is what we were playing with last week when we just started the project. You can see a little bit from where, see, I just started right there. That's the beginning. So what I did is when I ran out of my weft yarn, I loaded up with something else. That's what we're going to do today. But this section is just that little, it's just that real tiny thread for in between. Now, if you are brand new to rep weave, first of all, welcome to one of the coolest patterns ever. It is so much fun. This, my friends, is just plain weave. But what makes it amazing is that you take all of the warp yarns and you smash them together really, really close. So the goal is you are seeing 95% warp yarns and just a touch of the weft, just a baby little hint of the weft. That's the whole idea. And then as you weave back and forth, you have one shuttle that has a really, really tiny yarn, and you have another one that has a big, fat, chunky yarn that's going to make these kind of ridges. See my little ridges here? That is the whole idea for rep weave. Now, with rep weave, what I like to do, and you don't have to, of course, but what I like to do is have basically think of it as two kind of sides, I guess. So for me, I've got this one side that's kind of this apple green with kind of a natural color, and then the other one has a kind of a chocolatey brown, like a milk chocolate with the color there. So those are kind of the two sides. So depending on when I use the real big fat chunky weft, that's when whatever's on top will show up, because if you use the really tiny one, that's what's in between, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so let me point you down so you can kind of see the action as it happens in real time. Okay, so this, gosh, let me see. It's this kind of, it's very 70s color. It's this kind of really yellowy, greeny. What do we call it? Do we call it pistachio? Thank you, pistachio chocolate. That's what we decided that we were going to call it, pistachio and chocolate, which is awesome. Those were my flavors in Italy when I was there for gelato, pistachio and chocolate. So that's what I had in the weft before. Now I ran out of the weft and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put a little break and then I'm gonna do a whole new section with a different weft. So I wanted to try something that wasn't quite so yellowish. So here's what I came up with, friends. This is gonna be the next weft. It's gosh, they're kind of bluish, tealish, greenish kind of. It's just kind of a mishmash. I put 3 of them together. By the way, I'm not planning to really wash this, so I'm not worried about what the fiber content is of the weft. If I was, this is all cotton, this is all 8/4 cotton, I would just make sure that the weft was a whole bunch of cotton all thrown together. But I'm not worried about that for this time around. So that helps open up the field for what I can use. So this is the plan. Now I think that this might be just a little smaller of a weft than what I had on here before. We'll see. We'll see if my ridges look a little less defined this time around. I don't know. That's why I have you here, so that you can play with me, because it is always fun to experiment with friends. So here we go. Okay. So I'm going to start off. Let's see. Yep, that's it. I always like to lead with the small one. Now that gets all messed up when you are changing the pattern, but you have your little quirks. You're like, I like to lead with that. Okay, so here we go. Then now, can you see my colors? Like this is the one option, which is the pale green with the cream, and this is the other one that has the kind of chocolatey pistachio and chocolate. I should just use those terms. Here we go. I'm gonna come back to this one. This is the one we're on. So, by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever played with a ski shuttle, but they're a heck of a lot of fun. I like this style of shuttle. The only thing is that if your shed space isn't tall enough, this height isn't tall enough, you got to watch that this little guy will catch it. That's the only thing to watch out for. But otherwise, it's a beauty. I like to use this one. We all have favorite little shuttles that we like to play with. That's one of mine. All right. Now, let me back up for a second. So, because I just put the chunky one through, this version, the light green version, the pistachio version, is going to show up. That's what that does for me. So, if I want to have the chocolate version show up, then I just send this back through. So we'll just alternate for a little bit so you can see what that looks like. Basically, whatever you want to show up on the top, at least this version of the top, you can always flip it over later if you want. But on the top here, you need to just throw the chunky one, the chunky weft. So here, I'll just go back and forth a little bit so you can see what that does for us. Oh, it's the wrong shuttle. It's the wrong one. Here we go. Let's leave this over here for just a second. We'll send this back through. Not wildly organized at the moment, but that's okay. You'll still hang with me, right? Here we go. Back through one more, just so you can see what this does for us. Oh, there we go. Okay, so every time I throw oh, sorry. Oh, that was a good comment. I randomly punched on. Okay, so every time I send the chunky one through, that's what shows up on the top, right? Yep, you got that? Okay. They're like, yes, we have got it. Okay, so now I think I want, which one's the green? There we go. Here's my pistachio. I'm going to send the tiny one through here. And we'll, I probably could have caught it on the edge, by the way, over here. it's kind of a big jump from there to there. I probably could have caught it in with the other ones, but we're just playing, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So if I go back and I use the chunky one here, then the brown is on top once again. The chocolate is on top. The problem with calling it that is I get hungry. Then I just really want some ice cream, some gelato. You know how that goes, right? So if you just alternate the thin one, chunky one, thin one, chunky one all the time, back and forth, you will have the same, the same, like this chocolatey one will always be on top. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want, oh, see, wrong side, people. All right. Oh. Okay, see, here we go. So you can see what just happened there. So every time this little guy comes in, it's just a placeholder so that you can get back and this, and then the chocolate stays on top again. Yeah, you're getting it, right? Hi, Donna Cunningham. So she was hem stitching and forgot about time. Ah, that's good. That's good when you're in the zone, though. I like that. Okay, so if you wanted to change from one to the other, like change which one shows up, you can either do like two of the chunky ones back to back, or you do two of the thin ones back to back. That will put you on the other foot. I need a better way of describing that, don't I? Hopefully you know what I mean there. So I'm gonna do two thin ones back to back so that we can get back to the green. How's that? That was number 2, wasn't it? Okay, there are times that talking and weaving are hard to do it together, like one or the other. But do it together, tricky. Okay, so I'm gonna send that through now. We'll see. I still need to kind of develop some kind of pattern for us for this. I mean, just like a rhythm, some kind of sequence. That's what I'm thinking. That's what would be good here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. We did some stuff. See, there we go. That's what we did. So we'll see. I'll play with it. Here is what I think is interesting, though, is that, I think that way's, nope, doesn't matter, this way. So this was the one weft that's kind of that really bright yellowy green. And this is the other weft that has a little more blue to it. It does make a difference. It is interesting, the contrast, even if you look at like this set of 3 browns versus this set of 3 browns. It does, that underlying color for the weft, that does make a difference. See? Look at the fun we have right here on Live at the Loom. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany says, I think we're all mesmerized. I'll take it. Ooh, yeah. Teal, that's a good description. Gelato. Yeah. Yes. So that is Oh, chocolate mint. That was a good description. I like that. I like it. Okay, friends, what else do we have to talk about today? Let's see. Oh, did you catch the Handwoven Experience episode this week? It was all about the signs. It's time to tweak how you dress a loom. My wish, my hope, friends, is that no matter how you dress a loom, that you don't mind it, that you enjoy the process. It shouldn't ever hurt you. It should be something you're like, okay. I'm not saying you have to love it, because I know that is a lot to ask. It is a lot of steps, is a lot of focusing. But if it is not something that you love doing, the problem is then you won't get to the weaving part. We need you weaving. We need you weaving. Yes. So hopefully you have checked that out and given that a little yes. Okay, so let's see, what else, friends? Let me come back here and put up little just in case you want to check out the Active Creative Insiders. We highly recommend it. Steady haul. Online Weavers Guild. The program for the Online Weavers Guild this month is all about selling your handwoven work. So yes, I think that's going to be a good one. Jam packed, full of helpful information, so that you can be more confident when you go into a situation like a number of you are doing, which is very exciting. We're so excited that you guys are selling your stuff because it is worth all the money, all the things. Yeah. All right. What else? I'll put this up one more time. Our beloved Facebook group. Go on over and say hi to everyone. Be sure to answer the questions to get in. That's our one kind of rule, is to make sure you're not a bot or someone with ill intent. Just answer the questions. That's a nice way to kind of at least some kind of filter. So it's a great place to come over, put up some pictures, ask some questions, all the good things. And let's see what else. Ooh, let's do this guy here. If you aren't yet getting the love notes every week from me, then you are welcome to give it a go. Pretty much every Wednesday, I pop in and say hi and have a little story from here and just talk about what is happening, and to make sure that you have all of the access to the free stuff that's coming out all the time. Yes, friends. All right. What else do we need to talk about here before we call it? Let's see here. Carol says, it's just not fast enough to get to the fun part, like driving to Disney World. I can appreciate that. Yes. Jennifer says you should make a checklist to go with the class that we can print off so don't forget things like leash sticks. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Jennifer Fowler. There is a freebie that might help with that, darling. Let me see if I have. Let me see. You go check the free resources, honey. There's I think there's a Dress Your Loom checklist, which would model pretty closely. I mean, it's from me, so it'd be the way that I do it. But let me know if that does a trick. If not, we can work on that. We can work on some kind of a checklist. It's a good idea. So just so that you can kind of keep track. I like that. Ellen says selling handwovens is also educational for the public. Absolutely. Yes. I like it. What else, friends? Carol, a bot wouldn't mind dressing the loom. Maybe. That's maybe. Gemma says yes, selling stuff. So we get money to buy more yarn or reeds. Yes. Yep. We are in favor of more yarn. Keeping it going. Brittany says I need that bot. Tamison, there are robots to file clothes. We definitely need one to dress our looms. Carrie, I for one would need to check that the bot didn't make any errors. That would always be important. You never know. Oh, see. Oh, hi, Lika. I made it for the last 2 minutes. Whee! Carol, unless the bot wouldn't like dressing the loom and we witnessed the robot uprising because we asked it to. That's a possibility. Yes. I think that have to be part of the formula, is that the bot would have to really love the process to. That's a problem for somebody else, friends. That is, I can hardly tighten the screws on my own loom, let alone make a bot. That's going to be for someone who makes their own inkle looms or, does all kinds of wonderful mechanical things. That's. Linka, clearly I've walked into something. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. Yes, Linka, we were discussing having a bot that would dress our looms. Yeah, that was the topic. All right, my friends, let's see. Next Thursday, I'm right back here with you. I am right back here with you to have more fun live at the Loom. There'll probably still be rep weave. At this moment in time, behind the scenes, there's a lot of weave along prep happening right now. I like to really think of it, for me, it's really the September weave along, get all the stuff done, because once I hand it over to you, then I'm like, great, my part is done. But There's a lot on my list, friends. It's all good. And this one's going to be, ooh, I can't wait to share it with you. This weave along is going to be A+. I think you're going to love it. I think you'll love it. So next Thursday, mark it in your calendar. I'll be right back here. We'll talk about some rep weave. We'll discuss inkle cards. We'll do whatever we want to do. It's free reign. We'll have a lovely time. So mark it in your calendar. You know what your homework is, right? Do something creative just for you this week, friends. Just for you. It's good for your soul, right there. And I think that does it. I think we have had as much fun as we can stand for this 45 minutes, and we'll be right back here next week. I hope to see some of you in the study hall coming up, and yeah, it'll be good. All right, friends, have a fabulous, wonderful, marvelous week, and I will see you very soon. Happy weaving.